Thank you for clicking on this video. Enjoy!
Alright, Tavern Talk! So, again, we did play this very slightly with the demo, but not too much. So we will be getting into this as part of our review codes. Just like why we use disgruntled, but we don't really use gruntled as a word, right? She, her, wow, look at it, asking her pronouns. I should have probably checked what...
Time in a world far, far away. In a realm ruled by dragons and magic. Well, actually, it was this land specifically. Not that far away. Let me start over. Once upon a time, somewhere in Gaia, not that far away, there was a tavern. My tavern. A place for anyone looking for an adventure or a quick refreshment. A place open to everybody. Even jackdaws, I suppose.
Cute.
But I'm not just your typical innkeeper. My drinks are infused with magic to aid ambitious adventurers on their quests. To make sure they always return victorious. Big shoes to fill, I know. Then again, what's the worst that could happen?
We're definitely not gonna murder everyone. Right? Alright. I don't even remember what I was saying. What was I saying? Something about us having played the demo, and that was about it. Let's get into it. It's fine. Hi, Innkeep. How's it going? All fine and dandy? Can't complain. How about you, Fable? All fine and dandy? Yes, all fine and dandy. I had such an exciting day. Really exciting. Did you go on an adventure? Even better, I took a walk around the grove, and then I replanted a mushroom that had fallen over. Then I patiently waited for it to turn into a mushroom monster, or a mushroom mimic, maybe a gnome. Did it? No, but I got to take another walk around the grove. How was it? Great! I got to see the same stones, the same trees, the same amaranthine hydra guarding the entrance to Avalon, the same moss. I even got to water the asters. They didn't really need it, but I was there, so... Sounds very exciting? Who am I kidding? My life is as exciting as a roasted nut. Nuts are healthy, very thrilling in sauces or as a snack. There are various types of nuts: walnuts, peanuts, hazelnuts. I'm allergic. Oh. I didn't know that. Oh, no worries. I mean, I never told you. And hey, at least something would happen if I ate a nut, just not something very fun. Anaphylactic shock and all that. Does that count as an adventure? No, I think that counts as a mistake. So, what you're saying is you're missing some spice? Oh, no, I have a very sensitive stomach. I don't think chilies would help me much. Though I'm very good at growing phoenix chilies. I was talking about the spice in your life. Oh, that's what you meant. Well, yes, exactly, that's it. There's no chili flakes, no garlic, no dragons. Just a lot of salt. I'm like a bland soup. So, a classic case of boredom, I see. Do you know that feeling when nothing exciting is going on in your life? I do. Like life isn't bad, but also not particularly fun. I wasn't in the frame there for a second, or barely not. Alright, oh, we actually get a choice of, response, I guess? Have you tried visiting a circus, or have you tried adding some zest to your soup? Have you tried adding some zest to your soup? Huh? Drama, buzz, excitement, something fiery. Go to the theater or gala. Arrive in a hot air balloon. A hot air balloon? Don't they fly up really high? Yes, I think that's the point. I'm afraid of heights, and of people, and of actors. But apart from that, I'm trying. I tried singing, but what is singing if not the telling of a tale? How can I sing of things if I never lived through anything? What do you mean? Well, day in, day out, I live in the same green soup of routines. Sure, I have my forest and I look after it, but I want to get out there and see something. Like, for example, listen to this song I started writing. I wish to be a hero, slaying mighty drakes. I wish to meet a pretty nymph resting by the lakes. That sounds like a good song opening to me. Oh, really? You think so? Well, perhaps it has a nice flow to it. But nothing actually happens in it, because all I do is sit around and wish for things to happen. I don't even know what nymphs do. I've never met one. Taxes, maybe? No, I don't think so. I would love to sing about the exciting, magical things I encounter. Character information unlocked. Fable. Alright. Okay, I guess that answers that question. We could have chosen they, them as a pronoun, because it is apparently included here as Fable being they, them. This is another reason why I do like this game. It is very inclusive. Like, literally the first character that you meet is non-binary, which is great. Alright, Fable, Verifina, Elf. Age, 110. They, them, class, Ranger. Background, Ashen Grove. Alignment, neutral good. And Arcana is the Hanged Man. What's the other stuff? Rumors, quests, logs. Recipes, which we have a few here. Ingredients, which we have right now. And what they increase. Infusions, and a map of the entire area. Cool. But to be honest, the most exciting thing in my life is coming to your tavern and discovering new drinks. Not a lot of songs you can write about that. I wouldn't mind a jingle. I'll think of one. Can I mention nymphs? I'd prefer if you didn't. Okay, maybe one day I'll get to offer them their own jingle. In the meantime, can I offer you a drink? Yes, I'd love a drink. The usual? Yes, please. That means a swift strike, in case you forgot. Thank you for the reminder, Fable. It's my favorite. It always makes me feel like a feather-light nymph floating on the waves of a sunny lake. Do you want to be with the nymph or be the nymph? Both? As a trans femme myself, I get this so much. I get this feeling so much. It's like, do you want to be the girl? Be with the girl or be the girl? Frick. But mostly, I want a swift strike. Magma, how are you? Welcome in. How are you doing tonight? Hopefully you're doing all right. How was stream? How was something of mana? I think that's what you were up to tonight. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I are good? Good. Glad you are good. Yeah, Legend of Mana. Cool. Glad I was right. How are you doing? Well, no, you already answered that. Let me go whack my head on the table real quick. Glad you're doing good. How was stream? There we go. Grinding to make your own end game gear? Nice. Nice. You're already at end game? Didn't you just start that recently? But for you guys that might not know me, Magma usually raids me on Sundays. So I guess your usual Tuesday raid place wasn't there. But for you guys that don't know me, I'm Nerepi, radio streamer on Twitch. We stream every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursdays. Tuesdays, like tonight, normally we play Persona 5 Royal cosplaying as Panther, but as I was saying at the beginning of the stream, and as I said in my announcements, Future Games has been nice enough to give us some review codes for the DLC to this game, to Tavern Talk. So that means that we will be going through this game slowly but surely until we get to the DLC so we can give a proper review of the full game. Yeah, but welcome in everyone. I hope you all are doing good. For you guys that might not know this game, it's basically similar to Coffee Talk in some sense, except in this case...
Oh, got you.
Except in this case, you own a bar, yes, but you serve drinks to adventurers to help them with their quests. So depending on the kind of drinks that you give them, they'll interact with their quests differently.
I bought like some mixed fruit chip.
From what I remember from doing the demo anyways, which was a while back, in like May or June I think, we had played the demo, just before we played Coffee Talk, or around the time we played Coffee Talk anyways. And Thursdays, we're currently going through Crosscode, and then Sundays, we're either playing games with TIC, the International Council, which is a stream team that I'm a part of, or we are going to be playing this game every second Sunday. So that's the plan thus far, but welcome in. Banana, how are you doing? Welcome in. What do you mean you see how it is? You're on a new game plus Nightmare mode, so you need crafted... Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You're gonna need that gear. You're gonna need that gear. Excuse me. But yeah, we just got to a point in this game already where they already made me feel my transness, which is great. Great. But sorry for the ads. After you're gonna do your first no future, what does that even mean? Alright, we'll take a sip of water. Ads, you know, like them. Why 0 out of 0? Because you're subbed, you nerd. Silly banana. Alright, Ed should be about done. I'm guessing you are back. Ads are now done. Welcome back, community. Did you grab something to eat or a drink? Let me know. No future mode makes every enemy max level. Oof. That sounds like a pain. That sounds like a pain. Anyways, message received. Although, I was wondering... I've been coming to your tavern for so long, and I still don't know anything about how you make your drinks. Could you show me? Yes, we want the tutorial, because we haven't played this game in a very, very long time, or at least the demo, so... Really? Yes. Lurk, drive home sounds good, Nanners, stay safe! What should I do? Did I need to put on an apron? Or summon a familiar? How do I summon a familiar? Just follow me. Welcome to my drink mixing nook. So this is what it looks like back here. You're still on the fence whether to stream the new Dragon Age or not? Why? Why are you on the fence? Also, aren't you driving home right now? Are you being unsafe? Is that what I'm hearing here? Hello, Andu. Little buddy Andu. It's like one of your most anticipated games for you, but it's like 20 hours. Is it only a 20-hour game? I feel like it would be more than that, Nanners. Careful, I haven't fed him yet. Where do we start? Well, usually I start by figuring out what my patrons want. To make sure I don't forget what they ordered, I take notes in my journal. Let's have a look. Oh, you pinned my order. I did. If I want to look for specifics, I check my detailed notes. I do keep a log, just in case. When I'm sure I know what was asked of me, I browse my recipes. Can't you just freehand mix something to see what sticks? No, I like to mix and match for more varied results, but the right balance is crucial, so I stick to my recipes. When I've settled on one, I can use the chalk to draw it on the board. What if you pick the wrong one? I can either erase it with a sponge or just pick a different recipe. My ingredients are stored in the 5 bottles on the right. There's dexterity, intelligence, defense, strength, and charisma. I think dexterity sounds the tastiest. I had a feeling you might say that. If I mess up or want to redo my drink for any other reason, I can simply feed my mistakes to Andu. Once I'm done, I ring the bell to activate the primordial vortex. Actually, I don't need to bore you with the magical details. Just try making a drink. You've got this. I'll probably beat it faster than your casual Sinking City playthrough. Anyways, hope you enjoyed Tavern Talk. I enjoyed Coffee Talk, so I really don't get why I wouldn't enjoy Tavern Talk. Especially considering this one is not that Coffee Talk isn't fantasy. It's a future-esque fantasy, I guess. Well, this one is straight-up fantasy, and I do enjoy my D&D-esque fantasy, so this is great. Alright, so he wanted a Swift Strike. So we gotta go check. Draw the recipe. There we go. So we know that we need dexterity, which I think is this one. All the way up. There we go. And then we want a little bit of intelligence. So we don't know which bottle is which anymore because it's been a while. Okay, so the purple one is intelligence. And we want up to the first one here. Oh, you can just hover over and I'll tell you which ones. Okay, cool. So 1. And then you wanted 1 defense as well, it seems. There we go. Swift Strike. Oh, sweet. And he even lets us know what that we did it right. Perfect. Hit the bell. Make your first drink. First step. I like that it's in a horn. Also kind of funny how the leaves kind of swirled around. Okay, I thought the leaves were going to get into the horn, but I guess not. Wow, it actually does teleport. I mean, you've been here before. Wouldn't you know this already? Of course it does. What did you think was happening? I thought you were just very good at sleight of hand. I see. Well, give your creation a taste. That's delicious. I made that? You made that. Thank you for showing me the ropes. Thank you for your enthusiasm. These adventures you dream of, aren't you scared they'd be the end of you? Maybe, but how would I know if I never try? Do you actually want to try? Raven! How are you doing? Welcome in. Hopefully you're doing alright. It's too early for... Okay. Sorry about that. How are you doing, Raven? Why didn't we get a Raven clip? Why does your cam look widescreen today? 'Cause last time we had a kind of screwed up camera, so to speak, and I had the chance to fix it. So last time, up till about close to here-ish, the camera was cut off. So here to here, so between here and here, there was no camera. So the camera wasn't fully in its where it's supposed to be. So I fixed it. Yeah. That's why. Well, yes, I want to tell great stories, but... But what? Never mind. Oh, hi. Don't you look roguish? How can I help you? A drink. For you? Right. Right. What kind? Drinkable. Very specific, thank you. How about a spoken heart? How about a spoken heart? Some charisma couldn't hurt. Sure, whatever. Yeah, you got disappointment from the EverDrive ×6 today, but you gained 2 games at least. Nice! Finished exploring Super Mario Kart. Nice! Spoken Heart is what we want. Bop. Which is this one. We want this all the way to 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we want this one up to a 1. And we want defense as well. Spoken Heart. Sweet. That sounds fun, though, Raven. That sounds great. Bing. Oh, that looks nice. Little heart in the middle, too. This should be digestible, maybe even tasty. Thanks. Almost washes away the memories of that Benji haunting the lonesome lagoon at night. And her bone-shattering song of sorrow. Almost. Rumors unlock. Song of Bones and Water. Alright. So if we go over here now, we have a rumor. Which I think is... The rumor kind of conjoins with the quests, if I remember from the demo. So basically you put rumors together to make a quest. I believe it was. A banshee's haunting the lonesome lagoon, wailing a song that will shatter your bones. Hopefully hyperbole. Alright. The brooding type, I see. What are you thinking about, Fable? Just dreams. Yours or someone else's? But yeah, what's been up, Raven? How was your day? Mine. Other people seem to have the courage to follow theirs. Why can't I be like that? Isn't that kind of up to you? I wish it was. My brother says my dreams are a fool's errand, that I'm running away from where I belong. We are rangers, Fable. We belong to the woods, like that the stream that ripples down the mountain. Or the birds in the trees. We keep the balance. It's what we're meant to do. And is that what you want to do? Yes. No. Not really. I want to experience things outside the safe borders of the forest. I want to live a life so full of adventure, boredom will feel like bliss. I want to be brave and strong. And I want to sing songs about my adventures that make other people yearn for that same freedom. Of course, I could never leave the Ashen Grove behind forever. It is my home. But there's something wrong with going away from time. There's nothing wrong with going away from time to time, right? I mean, my brother looks after the Grove, as well as my sisters. I think it'd be fine without me. Then you should do what your heart desires. Will it stop aching then? I think so, yes. What if it's wrong to leave, though? What if destiny never meant for me to leave? What if it did? That would be a dream come true. Be your own genie, Fable. Your adventures start with you. Thank you, Innkeeper. You really are the most exciting part of my day. I think that's day 1 complete. Nighttime. Oh, hi. Greetings, traveler. How may I help you? You own this establishment, Innkeep? Last time I checked. With whom do I have the pleasure? The name's Carolyn. You can call me Care or Lynn. Couldn't care less. Nice to meet you, Carolyn. What can I get for you? Perhaps something to drink? You do the thing with the quests, right? So they say. Do you want one? You can have a look at my notice board. No. No quest for me, but I may have one for you, or your notice board. Tell me more. Heard of a werewolf making trouble up in Tregaron. Terrorizing farmers, tearing sheep apart, the whole program. A werewolf? That's news to me. Rumors unlocked. Werewolf mayhem. Listen, me too. Didn't see one in almost a decade, and that was far south in Erove. Hopefully I'm saying these names properly. Hopefully. Where are we? We were around here, I think. Okay, Tregaron. Okay, so we did mention Tregaron, which is where this is happening. Ashen Grove is where the elf is from. Okay, and it seems like we're here. I also heard the innkeeper is a cutie, which is, oh my god. Please. Oh geez, so the elf is coming from all the way over here to here. Sheesh. Anyways, that answers that. Listen, me too. Okay, I already read that. Been wondering if it's the same one, just moving up like a nomad. Okay. I thought the werewolf hype died along with that one romance novel. You mean the one with the vampires? Think so? That just split society into 2 camps, Team Werewolf or Team Vampire. Definitely not talking about Twilight right now. Which one are you, Innkeep? Team Vampire. So you're into the fangs, are ya? And Innkeep never tells. You little rascal, I like you. Likewise, what about you? Vampires. Why? The wolves too close to my kin and, yeah, I'd rather stay away from them. Is that why you don't want to take care of the werewolves yourself? Yes. No. I'm just afraid he might look a little too much like my Uncle Dragon. Would feel bad slaying that fella. You know, hunchback, hairy, crooked teeth. Is that a werewolf or just Uncle Dragon? You can't tell. Same fate befell Aunt Olga. I'm sorry to hear that. Nah, that hag had it coming. Never fall behind your grooming schedule, or before you know it, the next wannabe Van Helsing will strike you down with a silver arrow. Do the Van Helsings also hunt werewolves? Don't know. Don't care to check. Either way, that's a werewolf, yeah? Right. Anything else that might help others get done with it rather swiftly? Fetch. Pardon me? Should they get into a dangerous situation, they'll just have to start playing fetch. That works. Rumor unlocked. Fetch. A werewolf's secret weakness is playing fetch. Apparently no dog can resist the urge to run after a stick. That's funny. On any dog, trust me. Good to know. Thanks, Lynn. It's not that hard. Either Carolyn, Care, or Lynn. Gotcha, Carolyn. Alright, Chief. You got a name or is it just Innkeep? Just Innkeep for now. Playing hard to get, I see. Well, Innkeep. Then, before I venture on, you've got a drink for me? Of course. What would you like? I'll take something powerful. Something with a whole lot of strength. And don't you dare give me that watered-down muck instead. Alright, so you want something with at least a lot of strength. That is strength. Yeah. Yeah, that would be strength. That is the only one we have with strength right now, so boop. Alright, so this one. Yep. Can you? Thank you. 1, 2, and 3. And then we want 1 defense. And 1 charm. Southern Brawler. Here you go, champ. A drink with 0 water as requested. Not bad. Just what I was craving. Thanks. Where will you head from here? Perhaps back west through the Ashen Grove. Got some business to take care of. What kind of business? Personal business. Care to elaborate? No. But you won't stop asking until I do, will you? No. My cousin claims her crops are being stolen by undead snails. Undead snails? Okay. An unusual amount of undead seem to be haunting the west. Undead snails are being accused of eating crops. This apparently poses a problem. Okay. Obviously, I'm pretty sure she's hallucinating. But I did hear some folk complaining about an undead uptick in the west, so might as well humor her. And make sure she hasn't turned into an undead snail herself. Something like that, yeah. It's odd, ain't it? Resurrecting the dead. It's certainly unconventional. That's one way to put it. I think there's not much use digging up the past. It's just going to open wounds you stapled shut. Or eat your face. The past haunts everyone willing to listen. Huh. Would you mind talking like a normal person? I ain't exactly up for philosophizing. You started this conversation, and I'm ending it. Alright, well then. If you find any more rumors from me or need aid, don't shy away from coming back. I'm more of a lone wolf, don't do groups, but sure. For more work, I'll be back. I'll be waiting. Character information unlocked, Carolyn. Kin Vukakin, age 36, pronouns she, her, class Beast Slayer, background Erove, alignment chaotic good, and arcana is the Chariot. Carolyn is a strong and fearless Beast Slayer with a taste for strong drinks, big swords, and even bigger muscles. She despises small talk in any way or form, and understandably for her, keeps her distance from werewolves. Wouldn't like being mistaken for one either. Did we get anything for Fable? No, not yet. Okay. I'll be waiting. Speaking of rumors, you know how to turn them into proper quests, right? Don't want them to go to waste. I do not right now. I could use some help. Fine, I guess I've got a few minutes. Let me see her get set up. This is where I sort all the rumors I've collected. I'll also keep them written down in my journals so I don't forget. Smart. Think the best next step would be sorting the matching snippets on your quest page. Just drag them over and make sure they're all the same quest. Otherwise, you'll end up confusing adventurers. Once you're done, select that quill of yours and it'll be written up. Got it? Got it. Thank you for your help, Carolyn. Put it on my tab. That's not how that works. Good night to you too. Alright then, let's assemble this quest. Alright, werewolf. 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 Combine rumors to create your first quest. A werewolf on detours. A reticent Vuka can pass by the Wayfarers Inn, reporting a werewolf making their way up to Tregarin from Erove. They pose a potential threat to both helpless sheep and the villagers. Apparently, werewolves love playing fetch. Are you brave enough to take on this quest and save Tregarin from this werewolf mayhem? Signed, Innkeep. Aw, we didn't feed him today because we didn't mess up a drink. Poor buddy. Day 1 complete. Excuse me. Act 1, The Wayfarers Inn. 2, Prelude to Bravery. 58th of the week. Start day. Hi, Fable. Did you get curious about the quest? What do you have there, Fable? I found this on your notice board. It says a werewolf is terrorizing Tregarin. Is that true? It is indeed. Have you sent anyone after it yet? Maybe that hooded guy from yesterday? Not yet. What kind of hero are you, looking for? One who knows their way around difficult terrain, woods even, preferably one who is good with a bow. One who tells me they want the quest. I am good with a bow. Yes, Fable. And I know my way around any woods. I know, Fable. We're definitely not hinting for you to take the quest, Fable. And maybe I want the quest? Just maybe? No, not just maybe. Since yesterday all I've been able to think about is you telling me to follow my heart. And then I step into your tavern and the quest practically jumps out at me and I think, hey, there's a start for an adventure. It's near a forest. You know forest. You live in a forest. And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but slightly scary because they're also human. But you've talked to humans before. And you got silver arrows for your birthday last year, and they're just collecting dust in your room. And I thought I could ask you if anyone had taken it yet. And then I didn't think that far ahead. I see. Or rather, I did. But then I thought, what if I take the quest? Then I have to go on the quest. And I have to fight the werewolf. Or talk to the werewolf. Which is worse. Because what if the werewolf doesn't like me? And what if I want to when I try to shoot it with my silver arrow, I miss and shoot a tree instead. And then the tree would be mad at me. But it wouldn't really matter because I'd be dead. Because of the werewolf. That took a quick turn. So maybe I should put the quest back. Fable? Yes? Do you want me to tell you to take the quest? Maybe. I can't make this decision for you. Neither can I. Whenever I have to make a difficult decision, it's like I freeze in place. And suddenly I'm unable to move until someone makes a decision for me. Like a slime. A frozen slime. A frozen slime that can't move. I've met slimes less anxious than you. You've met slimes? My tavern is open to everyone. Oh, right. What do slimes drink? Water. More slime. Bones? You sell bones? Only to slimes. Maybe you'll be able to add my bones to your menu soon. You'll just have to pick them up from the forest floor. I think I've had a hard time convincing a werewolf to give up free bones. Ouch. Why are you so anxious, Fable? In general? I think answering that would take up more time than we have to spare. And taking the quest, it seems to me that you want to take it, but you're trying to talk yourself out of it instead. Oh, well, I do want to go on that quest. Werewolves may not be the best muses, but it would make a good start for a song, right? The prelude of an epic. Fable, the protector of the woods, the world, the worms. The worms? They seem like they need protecting. But every time I think about embarking on a quest, and I start to think more deeply about what might happen, oh, my bones start to shake and I feel dizzy. Is there something making you feel like you might fail? Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf? We don't know what it's thirsty for. It might prefer orange juice. It might? Well, heroes have history, right? Great feats they can look back on to prove their bravery. Inspirational adventures that remind them of the light and the dark. I have the opposite of that. Great mistakes and epic regrets. Like the Mary Morgan incident. Or my first encounter with a Marathon Hydra. Or the reason why nobody wants to spend time with me. Alright, so I'll keep this here since we're about to go to ads. I'll actually go to the bathroom real quick at the same time. So, be right back. I said, sorry for the wait. Alright. We can ask about 3 things. The Mary Morgan incident, the first encounter with the Hydra, or why does no one want to spend time with you? Oh. Okay. Let's ask about the Mary Morgan incident? Yes, the Mary Morgan incident. Didn't you hear about that? Oh, thank Gaia word didn't get around. It was my very first adventure, the chance to finally escape from the daily grind. What happened? An adventuring party was on their way, passing through the Ashen Grove. Due to the Sylvan spirits, it gets fairly foggy at night. And the fog bears great danger to anyone who isn't acquainted with the spirits who call it home. So, they wanted guidance from a local ranger. A merchant up in Tregarin recommended me. I agreed to help, of course. My first adventure? Yay! I was so excited, but also very, very nervous. So, of course, it had to go wrong. I think it was the nerves. Why were you so nervous? New people, seasoned adventurers, one stronger than the next, all in shining armor and armed to the teeth. I wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck got in the way. How did it go wrong? I felt their condescending glares on my back as I walked them through the woods. Of course, I don't know whether they actually glared, but my fear got a hold of me and I led them astray. I must have blacked out. I've never got lost in the woods before. But this time, I did. I couldn't see well, there was blood rushing in my ears, and I felt dizzy. So, for some stupid reason, I led them along a path no one should ever take. Past the riverbanks of the Shire Mirror, home to the Mary Morgan. You know of the Mary Morgan, yes? The wrathful spirits that's known to drown men? Not sure if she really differentiates between genders, though. For some stupid reason, I led them right into her arms. I got scared, and in the end, that's a new rumor right there, too. Those are all different rumors, okay? For some stupid reason, I led them right into her arms. I got scared, and in the end, they had to save me. They fought the creature, and we found a way out when dawn broke. And the fog ebbed away. I couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey. And I silently bid my farewells when we reached the other side of the Ashen Grove. I was too embarrassed to speak. I'm sure I'm still the laughingstock of every one of their gatherings. How am I ever supposed to set foot in the adventuring world again? To be fair, it could have been worse. I could have let them right into the arms of the wyvern chimera that resides in the Quag Mangrove. Three-headed beast. New rumor. They said it has a taste for adventurers, but you didn't. But I didn't. Okay, so I do get to go through all three options, it seems. Alright, your first encounter with the Hydra? Well, just the day after it arrived to guard the portal to the dream plane Avalon. I wanted to be polite and neighborly, so I brought it some homemade biscuits. I burned them a little in the oven. But I thought since it has fire breath, it wouldn't mind. So I approached the Amaranthine Hydra, and I have this whole speech prepared about how I'm looking forward to having it around, and how its green scales matches my hat. But it was so tall and intimidating, I forgot all about what I wanted to say. So I just set down the biscuits and smiled awkwardly. It looked at my biscuits and then at me, and it said, "By the rivers of the stars stands a man who reads the firmament's past. Some things are as sturdy as the gilded ice. Some things as changing as Leviathan's sea. All chimeras hate mice. All hydras love tea." According to the Amaranthine Hydra, a chimera hatred for mice is a universal truth. Or maybe it just rhymed with ice. Who can say? Okay, so this is going to go with the chimera. So we have 2 chimera. So we probably need another one. I thought to myself, wow, the Amaranthine Hydra has given me a riddle. A quest. Maybe that shall be my first adventure. But I couldn't figure out the answer, so I left, and I tried to solve the riddle for 3 days. I was too ashamed to set foot in front of it again, lest it know that I was not worthy of its wisdom. But then I couldn't take it anymore, and I ran back, apologized, and begged it for the answer. Turns out that's just how it speaks. It wanted tea. Did you get some? Get it some? Yes. Then you completed its quest. 3 days late. If it had needed an antidote, it would have died. Would-haves are about as useful as an antidote when you haven't been poisoned. They change nothing. I suppose you have a point. Okay. Why does no one want to spend time with you? Because I'm unlucky. I'm unlucky, and whenever good things are supposed to happen, I ruin them. No matter how easy things might be, nothing seems easy enough for me. I imagine there's one nail sticking out in the whole kingdom. Everyone would pass it by, except for me. Except for me. I'd get caught on it and rip my coat. Did that happen once? Once? I wish it had just been once. It seems like my life only follows the path that's the most embarrassing. Or dangerous. Or dangerously embarrassing. The curse of ill luck follows me wherever I go, like an adventuring companion who secretly wants to kill you. No one wants to hang out with someone who naturally attracts bad things. You're too harsh on yourself, Fable. Am I? See, just last week I went to gather fresh flowers. The daffodils are blooming, and they make for a nice bouquet, you know? Or hair accessories. They always calm my anxiety when I have them around. But me, being me, I confuse them with their evil twin, the weeping Amaryllis. Now, guess what I spent the whole day afterwards doing? Weeping? Like a baby, all day long. When I plucked them, they released their spores and I started crying. I suddenly felt all the sadness of the world rush over me. I've never been so heartbroken. I'm sorry, that sounds horrible, Fable. It was. Between the tears and the sobs, I managed to make a tincture out of hogweed. It eased the pain, but the tears wouldn't stop until dawn. I'm so silly sometimes. There's nothing wrong with picking flowers. There is if they're the wrong flowers. Imagine if I had offered them to the adventurers, or even worse, the Hydra. That would have been so embarrassing. I don't think gifting others flowers to make them a little happier is embarrassing. And it would have made for a good story to laugh about together. I don't think they would have laughed about it with me, more at me. Maybe they would laugh with you if you choose not to run away. You seem to assign a cruel sense of humor to people that haven't actually shown you such a thing yet. Not everyone thinks about you the way you think about yourself. This game is spitting so many facts, like holy cow. Like ever since the start, it's like, sheesh, that would be nice. Innkeeper? Yes? Do you like spending time with me? Yes, Fable, I do. Really? Of course. Seeing your face in my tavern brightens even the cloudiest of days. Please never stop coming around. I won't. You make me feel a lot less alone. Thank you. That's because you're not alone. Not as long as my tavern and I are here. You better not go anywhere. Not planning on it. Anyhow, you seem to be very insecure. I think that's the biggest problem here. But how can I not be when everything I touch falls apart? You know that isn't true. You're right. I'm a great gardener. Everything grows around me, but I seem to just get smaller. Except zucchinis. I can't figure out how to grow those. So, in a way, I'm like a zucchini. I'm insecure because I don't know what I'm capable of. You'll have to find that out then. Like on a quest? For example? Don't you think I'm a little underleveled? Do you think that will change by sitting around? I guess not. Someone has to help those people, right? What if I don't and then no one else comes around? What if I'm the only chance they got? What if I'm not? What if there's someone better? The best thing you can do is try to help them. So what if another adventurer swings by and they're able to make the situation better? Isn't that a good thing? 4 hands are better than 2, and who knows, you might even end up forming a party. Oh. And besides, if it's a perfect hero they want, they'll be waiting forever. I didn't think about it like that. Maybe I shouldn't decide to give up before I even try. After all, I am a very fast runner, so if I screw up, I can just run away real quick. That's the spirit. Okay, I, Fable, a great gardener and future hero, charmer of nymphs, am going to embark on this quest and save the villagers. And I shall return victorious. Did I do it right? Yes, good job. I leave the quest in your capable hands, brave adventurer. Would you like a drink to aid on your journey? Yes. Do you have something that can make me more nimble and quiet so that the werewolf won't see me coming? Something with a lot of dexterity. If I want to fight it, I'm going to need that surprise round advantage. Or maybe something that can help me with diplomacy? Perhaps it's just a hungry lost lichen after all, and it only needs a pep talk and a hug. Maybe we could even be friends. But I would need something with a lot of charisma for that. I will leave the choice up to you. So we're nearing the end-ish of where the demo left off. So we're almost caught up to where we were with the demo, if I remember correctly. It ended with the end of this quest for the demo. So here it's giving us the choice for Fable. We can either let them be more dexterous and be able to almost rogue-like land the first blow. Secretly land a first blow, as the werewolf is doing whatever, or we can have, on the other hand, have them handle it with diplomacy. So being able to speak with the werewolf and try to calm down the situation. Just make sure you don't pick a random recipe. Please keep it to one of the abilities I asked for. Remember, your choice can influence my fate. It could change the entire outcome of this quest. But of course I'm sure you're already aware of that. Sorry for backseat mixing. Alright. We're gonna go with being able to talk. So I think we need... So he either wants dexterity or the crown. Where's our crown? Here it is. So we want a spoken heart, it seems. Alright, this one. So 1, 2, and 3. And then we want 1 attack and 1 defense. Spoken heart. Bing. Excuse me. This should do it. Thank you. I feel much better. Braver. But... Farming? No, wait, that sounds like I'm tending to a farm. There are a lot of farmers in Trengaren, and I'm going to protect them all. Or talk to them until they feel better. I'm sure they could use that too. I just hope I don't have to fight anyone. No, I'll be okay, because of your help, I'll be able to talk myself out of any situation. Thank you again. I think this drink gave me the courage I needed to get started. You got this, Fable. I'll try. Have some faith in yourself. Okay, I got this. Much better. Oh, I almost forgot. I was thinking about how much your words helped me yesterday. And how I'd have to thank you properly if I ever did end up taking a quest. So, I brought you some phoenix chilies from my garden. They seem like something you might enjoy. They possess natural magical properties. If you plant them in the right soil, they can grow to be fire resistant. Oh, can we make... Do we get further ingredients then? Oh, infusions, okay. Right, I vaguely remember the demo lightly touching on infusions. Lightly. Consumption can pass that on to more... And consumption can pass that on to mortals like us? Exactly! I thought they might go well with your drinks. They will, thank you, Fable. That's a very thoughtful gift. Since I'm waiting for another shipment of infusions in a few days, I'll take a look at them all together later. Of course! I'm glad you like them! Maybe I'll order a drink with some next time. But first, I'll have to complete my quest. I'll see you post-victory. Bye. I hope Fable will be alright. I wonder what path their fate took. Maybe a zesty one? I hope I was able to help. We got our roguish person again. You again? Me again. And who are you? Someone who wants a drink. What kind? Drink. Yes, I get it. Could you try being more specific? That spoken heart one tasted fine. Thank you. He wants the same thing I just made, I think. Yep. One, 2, and 3. 1. Oh, grab the defense, please. I find it funny how I'm already starting to remember some of the recipes. There you go. Spoken heart, just for you. Maybe it will help you find more words. Ouch! Good attempt. Perfectly drinkable. Might make me come back for more. Might not. Thank you. Enjoy. Charming. Were there scratch marks on my bar? Oh, nighttime. I'm assuming a dwarf lady covered in slime and a vampire, probably, with a slime on its shoulder. Careful, you'll step on my cape. Oh, shush. Greetings, travelers. How may I help you? Another one of those empty blabblers. Would you prefer a different line? Let's see. Hail and well met, adventurers. Would you like to try me drinks? No, that feels wrong somehow. Could try the one where you just serve drinks quietly. I'm fresh out of that one, sorry. Thought so. You're planning to try and peer into my backstory? Probably? I'm warning ye. I am very good at ignoring non-essential NP... Rude? Why are you ignoring me? Not ye, the innkeep. The innkeep is ignoring me? Not in the slightest. Don't worry too much about him. He's a tad... quirky? I see. That thing on your shoulder, is it quirky too? What thing? Oh, my cape. Your... cape? That's not his cape. That green fell on his shoulders and ooze. Or what's left of it. And the rest of it is on you? Aye, pretty tough to clean off. May I ask how that happened? You just did. Maybe I can offer you two a drink in exchange for the story and your names? Yes, I love stories. Well then, may I have your name? No, but I shall tell it to you. I'm Sir Alphonse Louis Frédéric Duquet Dussin. Oh my god. We got a French vampire here, folks. It's fine. Sir Alphonse Louis Frédéric. Although the accents are on the wrong Frédéric. That's how it would sound more instead of Frédéric. Duquet Dussin. Okay. It's long for Kyle. Kyle? Kyle. Well, Kyle, what kind of drink can I offer you? Blood. Or if you're out, I would settle for something that tastes like blood. Or, looks like it, red is my favorite color. I'll look for something with red in it. Okay. Which one of our drinks is red? The Southern Brawler, I guess? It's telling us 3 swords, so I guess this one. Alright. 1, 2, 3. And I guess the attack potion itself is red. Southern Brawler. Some almost blood for you, sir. Oh, thank you very kindly. That looks delicious. It also tastes delicious, very alive. Maybe, as a chaser, you could let me have a bite? No? Okay. And who may I offer the second drink? Rhea Frostgrip. Nice to meet. Yeah. Skip. Just serve me something strong, something that feels durable, tough, like a mountain, or the caves of her. One of those frosted lagoons looks close enough. Coming right up. So, frosted lagoon? Oh, this thing. So you want 3 defense. 1, 2, 3. 1 attack. 1, And then one of this. Frosted Lagoon. Ding. A taste of her just for you, valued customer number 2. Oh, are you hitting the placeholder text? Let me try. I see you are making many things, but not a liar. Tastes like a pile of rocks, just how I like it. So, Rhea, Kyle, what about that ooze-filled story? Fine, guess you've earned it. Alright, picture me, deep in the mountains of Dolvemer. Dolvemer? We'll go with that. With my trusty axe and a good drink by my side. There I was, minding me own business, digging for the good stuff, you know? Hit a gold vein earlier and deemed myself the luckiest dwarf of all time. Had a real big old pile of gold. Then suddenly this big ooze comes along and slurp. Gone it was. This is a very boring story. Perhaps we could go looking for my cape now? It's nearly sunrise. And the sun kills ye? Oh, right. Quirky vampire is looking for his cape. He seems a bit confused, wanted to go for a stroll in the sun. Okay, we're getting a lot of little tidbits here. Did the ooze also eat the cape? Yes. No. Oh. Kyle is confused. Anyways, I couldn't call myself the best warrior, but when that ooze slurped me gold, I had to do something. So I took me shovel and dug and hit and dug and hit until there was nothing left of the ooze anymore. Well, almost nothing. So, did you dig out your gold? Silly food, she dug out me. And guess he was clinging on to... What he was clinging on to? The gold? Oh yes, a big gold nugget. Should be enough to get me to Boruvia. And perhaps it can even get me a dandy new cape. I don't think so, sunshine. We had a deal. Huh. We did? Please allow me to ask a question. What was that deal again? I get ye to Boruvia so ye can participate in your fancy vampire banquet, and in return, I get the gold. But what about my cape? Alright, dwarf, 175. She, her. Class, blacksmith. Background, lawful, neutral, and arcana, the world. Whereas a hot-headed dwarf and pretty rough around the edges, she's not a fan of meaningless copy-paste and PC talk, whatever any of that means, and seems to have caught herself a lost vampire while digging for gold. Unfortunately, or so she claims, she is now stuck with him. What about my cape? Where did you last see your cape? Don't even bother, it's a lost cause. We looked everywhere on our way here. Fought cursed chests, many-eyed monstrosities, undead goons. And I started to wonder, where in his life did this man put his cape? Where everyone puts their cape. Do you know where I put me capes? Where? In a wardrobe. Oh. So you can wear it inside the wardrobe land? What? No. The frickin' references. This was a reference to Narnia. Oh my god. I love it. Kyle, maybe we could find someone to retrieve your cape for you? We could? Phenomenal! I could put out a quest for you, but for that we need a little bit more info. Good luck with that. First, I need to know where you last saw your cape. I was getting ready to go to the annual vampire banquet hosted by Lord Strut in Boruvia. While getting dressed, I realized I couldn't find my cape. My first thought, of course, I cannot find it. The cape of invisibility is playing tricks on me. It's quite moody sometimes, which is surely unfortunate when you want to wear it for an important event. It's a cape of invisibility. What are the chances that Kyle is wearing it right now? It's just that instead of making the whole person invisible like in Harry Potter or whatever other things, it's just literally an invisible cape. Oh, that would be funny, to say the least. Alright, I've been standing for a while, so what I'll do while the ad is going, I will put my sending desk down and we will be sitting. So, be right back. Be right back in just a moment. Down. We all know how important a fancy cape is for flaunting your vampire status. Of course. Then what was the last vampire event you wore your cape to? My wedding. Your wedding? When I married my sweet Evelyn, I simply had to wear my most treasured cape to show how important she was to me. Evelyn, the vampiric Countess Evelyn, residing in Marrow Castle? That would be her. Congratulations. Rumor unlocked. Bad blood. The vampire last saw his cape on his wedding day before he was wed to Countess Evelyn. Oh my god, this is getting gross already. Is there a way to... Okay, this is a banshee. Okay, these two are the chimeras. Can I stack them? Yes. Okay, cool. Ah. Okay, so this one doesn't go... These two go together. Yes, these two go together. Something like that? Okay. Congratulations. Are you still married? Of course not. I hate her every inch of her body. Turns out she just wanted... Spit it out, leech. Oh. What? My cape. Oh, rats, here we go again. My sweet Evelyn stole my cape. What now? That little mean, vicious, beautiful beast. Her! That thief of thieves robbed me of my most precious possession. Wouldn't that be your heart? No, I had that taken out centuries ago, but my cape... I could never live without that. Oh, sweet, sweet Evelyn. How could you do this to me? I trusted her with all I had. That's rough, buddy. Perhaps. Innkeeper, that's your name, right? Sure. Do you think there's a courageous adventurer out there brave enough to retrieve my precious cape for me? I'm afraid that my sweetest Evelyn will kill me on sight if I ever set foot in her villa again. Yes, I think we can find such an adventurer. We're setting up that search right now. So, where could a brave adventurer find Marrow Castle? Deep past the abyss of dread, at the foot of a mountain range that looks like a witch's bosom, towers the mansion of my dear Evelyn, Queen of Darkness. That's probably... No, Calife's not going live tonight, apparently. Okay. Temptress of men. Flamenco champion of 1467. The right hero should be able to outsmart her and escape with their life. But be wary, she bites. And she may be invisible now. Alright, I think I've got everything I need. I'll write up a quest for you. I'm sure you'll have your cape back in no time. Yeah, so... Boop. How do... Okay, that's the first quest that I made earlier. Not sure. I hope so. That reminds me. Not another cursed monologue. And keep quickly another drink. I don't think I can make it through another tale of woe without some artificial stamina. I need another lagoon. I'll see what I can do. So I want another frosted lagoon. So more defense. 1, 2, 3. Then you wanted 1 and 1 charisma as well. Frosted lagoon. Some liquid stamina for a valued guest. Let me try. You got it right again. I might even last till dayfall with this. Kyle, would you like another drink as well? No, I cannot drink now that I am consumed with thoughts of my love's betrayal. Oh, it hails me so. Everything ails ye. The whole way here you were complaining about having to walk. My bat form doesn't work like it used to. I'm out of practice and the slime weighs heavily on my shoulders. And my back is all itchy. By the dragons, could it be because you insisted on sun bathing? Or at least at least Kyle's not dead. Oh right, innkeeper. Do you have a drink to protect me from the sun? Perchance something that would also moisturize my delicate skin? I'm afraid not. Oh. That reminds me, Aunt Matilda used to harness the power of a chimera saliva for sun protection. A chimera? Ooh. I think we can also finally do... The one thing that stands a chance against the grueling curse of the sun is chimera's saliva. Source, Aunt Matilda. A vampire? So this goes with this, I think. A chimera? A thing, beast made out of several animals. Got 3 heads and all, made by the dragons to guard Gaia, likes to eat people for breakfast. I'm aware, I just didn't know its saliva could be so useful. If only I hadn't eaten that delectable bear chimera in the Scarlet Caves, I could have asked for a sample of its saliva. I'm sure that would have gone over well. Actually, I might know where to find one. Really? Will you get it for me, then? No. Oh. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Miss Frostgrip, dearest Rhea, perhaps we can alter our deal? Oh, nay, forget it. I ain't going. With nothing on me but a shovel and ooze goop, I'd be no match for such a beast. No problem, I can make it another quest for my trusted board. And when will it be done? Alright, got some information on Kyle. Vampire, age, unknown. He, him, vampire. Arudu, where? Chaotic, neutral, arcana, the fool. You know what? So far, that makes sense. A peculiar visitor looking everywhere for his beloved cape. However, it seems that he has definitely lost more than just that. Possibly also a few of his memories and his marbles. He was once married to Lady Evelyn, a vampire countess, residing in Marrow Castles and enjoys sunbathing. Maybe a tad too much. Tell me, when can I walk among mortals in the glistening sunlight once more? As soon as a fearless adventurer picks it up and succeeds. Especially that part. Splendid! Did you hear that? A quest just for me. Let's leave it at 2. Say, innkeeper, while I wait for someone to do this work for him, do you perhaps have a room or 2? Possibly a room without sunlight. Wouldn't want Snow White to go up in flames over here. Sure thing. I've got a couple of barred up rooms. You can stay there. How much? You can pay when you leave. Grand. Seems like they gave you more personality than usual. Keep it up. Maybe you'll become a real girl one day. Thank you. Enjoy your stay. You too, tasty creature. Oh my god. These two are so weird. Okay, so I can write the quest at the end of the day. Okay. Okay, so it does stay. Thank you. Hey there, Evelyn! On a mild summer morning, a senile vampire came to look for his cape of invisibility at the Wayfarer's Inn. After steady questioning, the innkeeper uncovered that he lost his cape at his wedding, where his ex-wife, Countess Evelyn, stole it from him. She resides at the foot of Witch's Wrath Peak, venture to the peak and dare to retrieve the long-lost cape. But be aware, she might be invisible in keep. And also, we got the Chimera. Yeah. And then those three are just separate things. Okay, cool. Until sunrise. Deep in the quag mangrove resides a wyvern chimera. Its scales and claws are a valuable treasure to any alchemist, its saliva even more so. As it happens, a certain vampire may be able to use a rare saliva to produce a sunscreen so effective that even he could walk in broad daylight. Is there any adventurer, or mouse, brave enough to confront the beast, the chimera, not the vampire, and bring back a bucket of saliva? Signed, Innkeep. Feed little buddy that I already forgot his name. The Wayfarer's Inn, new friends and former enemies. 59th of the Wake. Excuse me. My shipment of infusions finally arrived this morning, and I now have access to fey crystals and frozen pine cones. Together with Fable's Phoenix chilies, I have 3 infusions now. I'll unpack them later when I have some time. I have a feeling they'll be of use soon. Diplomacy is key. Carolyn, so, Innkeep, a drink for me and this lanky pal. It's good to see you too, Carolyn. She meant to say please. Welcome back, Fable. You look alive. Thank you, I am. That seems like a given. I'm just happy to see them doing well, and with a friend. We ain't friends. We're not? So you two didn't form a party? No. Oh. Then what's the drink about? They may be very annoying, but they did just help me solve a family feud of 10 years. So I do owe them some of your dishwasher at the very least. A family feud? I wouldn't call it a feud, more of a miscommunication. No, it was a feud. I feel like feud implies a certain level of hostility. I was gonna kill him. I thought that was a joke. It wasn't. Oh.
I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy, diggy hole. Diggy, diggy hole. I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy, diggy hole. Digging a hole.
Voltage! How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing alright. What's new with you? If you guys have not checked out High Voltage 032, please do. They're amazing. We've known each other for nearly 5 years now. At least 4.5. Right? Right. But no one died? No. Elfie here was able to prevent that. It's Fable. Whatever. Does this perchance have something to do with your quest? It does! I stopped her from killing the werewolf. Look at that. I was close. 4 years, 4 months, 1 day.
How about here?
What's new, Voltage? Tell me your life story. Please and thank you. Also, go live so I can raid you later. Oh. I thought the clip was done. I guess not. No, it's done. Okay. You're at work. Shame. How's work? Elaborate, please. I was going to kill the werewolf. They stopped me from killing the werewolf. What's not to get? A lot. I think she's confused because the quest was to save the villagers from the werewolf. And now it sounds like I saved the werewolf from you. Which I did. Kind of. I also remember you saying you didn't want the quest, Carolyn. I didn't. Was there by chance? They were both stealing sheep. It will be better in 4 hours and 30 minutes. Oh no! You're almost done. You got this? At least halfway there at the very least, if not more, depending on how long your shift is. They were both stealing sheep. Was not. Sure was. Adventuring don't pay what it used to. So you steal other people's sheep? Mind your business. How did any of this lead to a successful quest? Well, where do I start? You just seen you're only off 8 days next month? Wait. 8 days? Isn't that what normal people get? Oh. Or do you mean next month in December when people are normally off on New Year's and New Year's Day? You work 4 on, 4 off? Oh. Okay. Okay, that makes more sense then. Dang, that's actually a... Well, I suppose if you do very long shifts, that's fair, I guess, but... How about at the beginning? Right, I was born on a half-crescent dreaming moon. Fable, that's too far. That's way too far. Of the quest, Fable. Right, the quest. Traveling there was no trouble. I know enough shortcuts to travel through the Ashen Grove swiftly. I reached the borders of Trigarin right around dusk. The Ashen Grove thins out around there, and you can catch a glimpse of the wide fields and vineyards, as well as one farm after the other. An idyllic sight. Well, at least before sunset. Do you have trouble in the dark? Emotionally? Visually? A little. 12 hours. 276 hours, 23 days. Ugh. Gross. Voltage Y. A little? I mean, I reckon I can see more than a human could, but darkness is darkness, and I am no owl. Thank gods, you're already weird enough. Imagine the damage you do if you could turn your head all the way around. And working Christmas and New Year. Why? Gross. Voltage, get out. Get out of there. Who says I can't? Just kidding. You No leaving the stream, leaving the job. No, I'm kidding. You need money. I'm kidding. You need money. I get it. No, you don't need money? You need this job? I figured. I'm being silly. Anyway, luckily darkness doesn't affect my hearing. Not the normal kind. What? Nothing. Okay. I heard a creaking fence and footsteps that were failing at keeping quiet. Your ears are failing at being small. So I snuck closer and I saw a werewolf-esque shape picking up a tiny sheep. I was petting it. Well, I thought she was going to eat it, so I summoned up all my courage and stepped out of the shadows, and I said, "Good evening, werewolf. Please put down the sheep." Where else would you get paid to sit and watch Twitch? Honestly, I get it, because I kind of do the same. Shh. I didn't expect them to be entirely in their right mind, of course, but I wanted to be polite. And I thought it might confuse her, and maybe that would help calm her down. It confused me, all right. Who the heck sees a werewolf, and the first thing they do is greet them? A polite person? Or an insane one? It worked, didn't it? Because I ain't no werewolf. He wasn't that different. But I'm skipping ahead. To my surprise, instead of a growl, the werewolf, or not werewolf, responded with a what? So the confusion plan had worked, but I hadn't really expected that response. So I said again, "Please put down the sheep." And she asked, "Why?" And I said, "Well, because stealing sheep isn't very nice." And she asked who I was. No, I asked, "Who are you? A guard?" Why are you licking your lips as you say that? Sheep? Yeah, they're talking about stealing sheep and eating sheep. I was about to introduce myself when we heard this blood-curdling Thanks, Voltage. That was almost well-timed for the end of that sentence. Almost, not quite. I was about to introduce myself when we heard this blood-curdling howl. It sounded like someone had ripped a hole in the fabric of reality and then pierced it with a horrid yell. Please, it was barely a bark. And it made the blood freeze in my veins. I heard panting and heavy footsteps, and I barely dared to turn around. You turned around immediately? And when I did, I stared into the face of a werewolf. Yellow, gleaming eyes. Gleaming with jaundice. Sharp teeth. Giant claws. He looked like he wanted to eat me right up. He did. But before I could beg for mercy, suddenly something rushed past me and lunged at the werewolf. When I regained my composure, Caroline and the werewolf were on the ground, fighting tooth and nail. And the sheep you were holding? Good day, it's MK. How were you? And the sheep you were holding? There we go. Just to make sure that the raid sound didn't block that line I just read. Metal Kid, how are you doing? Welcome in. How was stream? What were you up to? Nerpy, what's up? Spyro. Tell me how it went. We love Spyro around here, right, Voltage? Me and Voltage love Spyro.
4 more games.
Other than League of Legends, that was one of the first games I streamed.
Then after that,
Was me 100%ing all the Spyro games, which I remembered all of them to an extent because I played them a whole ton as a kid. Same for Voltage. Voltage still plays Spyro from time to time on their stream. How did you like it? Is it your first time playing? Tell me the whole juicy story, please. Yeah, I saw you playing COD, and then I saw Spyro, and I was like, Spyro? You just started the trilogy and doing 100% for the starting area before the balloon guy. Yeah, when I played the first one, that's usually how I do it. We need to have challenge. How the hell do you do a challenge run of Spyro? You played it as a kid, but it's all new to you again? Fair enough. Fair enough, Metal Kid. Well, if you have questions, you can reach out to Volty or I. We're both pretty knowledgeable on all things Spyro. Timed? Oh, so you want both of us to speed run the game. Got it. Do you want it 100% speed run, or do you just want to speed run till the end? Oh my god. Silly. 120%? Oh lord. Well, you probably have me beat. Last time I played them on stream, I did about, I think it's about 4 to 5 hours per game. Would probably be a little bit faster if I didn't stream it, I mean. You look like a prize. How about that? How about that? You look like a prize. Okay. Obviously, I set it down at that point. You were thinking merch on your end. Oh, Lord. Merch is expensive, though. Obviously, I set it down at that point. Good. So, you went to Fable's Aid? No, that ain't it. I noticed the wolf's flannel rags. They were blue, checkered, and had an uneven print. Just like the kind of stuff Uncle Dragon likes to wear. That old... Do I say the word that's... should be written there? Although, wait, no, it's longer than what I thought it was. They added a character more than the word I thought it would be. I didn't think this game would swear. This is great. I was thinking you win, I send you a mug from my merch. Oh my lord. You are silly. You wouldn't even have to do that. It would just be for the hell of it anyways. Crazy person. Just like the kind of stuff Uncle Dragon likes to wear, that old F. Hey, why can't I say that? I love it. F. What the... I love this game so much already. Oh, it's breaking the fourth wall with the dwarf lady being referring to us as an NPC. It's giving a lot of references, some that I'm probably not even getting because I tend to live under a rock, and now this with the swearing. I love it. Youth protection. The age rating system is quite harsh. Is this... what rating would this game be? Like 13? I'm kind of curious now. Steam doesn't seem to give ratings? I never noticed that Steam didn't give ratings. It gives a rating when you first go onto a game that has, like 18 plus, mature. But it doesn't say the game's rating in general. Are you scared? Why would I be scared? I just know you would win, because you've played the games a lot more than I do. Hold up ad. Alright, you know what? What we'll do? Ad. We'll go to the bathroom real quick again. Hold up ad. Well, you're out of ads now. So, welcome back, I guess. Apple, how are you? Welcome in. Mustache. Ooh. I haven't heard of Mustache in a while. I know what Mustache is. Reddy has played it. What do you mean, welcome back, cold ass? What? Apple, please. So, what's up, Voltage? Tell me all about it. In the me. What did I think of what? Challenge run? You so silly. When would I have time for that? I'm being so silly right now. We could at some point if you want. If you really wanted to. I'm just teasing because you came back looking like you just survived a blizzard. Is that what this is? And other people were saying I looked stylish tonight. So is it stylish or is it cold? I suppose both can go together. Oh my god. But how are you doing, Apple? Look, I'm still hot. I have a fan on. Where are you though, Apple? I don't even know where you are. Now that I think about it. Also, I should be more over here if I want to be centered. I don't even know where you're at. No, I know, and I was teasing back. It's okay. Yeah, it was snowing here a little earlier today. What's the temperature right now? We're at 0 right now, so we're at freezing weather. You're in Chicago, so it's 45 degrees today. Okay. So you're a little bit warmer over there than it is here. It is 0 here. It is 32 degrees if we're gonna go with Fahrenheit, which is what you go with. So there you go. You had to make sure you didn't hurt the nerve. You didn't hurt my feelings, I promise. It took 25 minutes for Nerapi to pee due to the 80 layer. Sure. Sure, we'll go with that. No, spouse asked me to get them something. From the fridge. So that's why it took a little longer. Silly. But yes, we can do a challenge run at some point if you want. It doesn't have to be a winner gets something either. Silly bugger. Due to the 80... I don't have 80 layers. Anyway, it was dressed like Uncle Dragon, smelled like Uncle Dragon, fought like him too. I was joking when I brought it up before, you know. I haven't seen that old man in years, was coping about it by joking. Coping, sorry. That's the only way I can talk about him these days. Because of the feud? Yes. He used to be my favorite uncle, but then he changed. Became irritable and angry, distant, fought a lot with Uncle Feder. 69 layers, nice. Did spouse ask you to pass them their grill? Oh, Lord. You are silly. No, they want an apple. And some cheese. Cared more about the moon than he did his own family. Eventually just left, ran away, without a word. Left us and Uncle Feder behind, worried senseless. Cheesy apple, yes. Until we found a layer saying not to look for him and all their savings missing. Swore I was gonna kill him if I ever saw him again. I always thought he just couldn't face up to his problems. Turns out his solution was just to get those problems as far away from everyone as possible. Idiot. Did you talk it out with your fists? I tried, but Alfie stopped me. I'm glad they did. How did you figure that out? Grilled cheese apple. You know what? That sounds delicious, to be honest. And yeah, Voltage is here. Voltage, if you have not checked out Apple, please do. And Apple, if you haven't checked out Volty, please do. They're both super awesome, super awesome, amazing people. Well, she was yelling at him. I didn't understand half of it, but I could tell she was angry and hurt. I tried to get their attention by telling them to stop, but they wouldn't listen, so I shot an arrow right next to both of their heads. My aim was a little shaky, so I didn't end up grazing Mr. Dragon's ear, but it got them to stop for long enough to start listening to me. I threatened them that if they didn't stop to talk, I would shoot them both. I wouldn't have never done that, of course. But they must have believed me, because they actually stopped to listen. Looking mighty scary there, little pal. Thank you. I sat them down and did my best to be an insurmountable obstacle between them. Little elf boy elf boy girl was in between two giant werewolf-type creatures. This is great. Be better in 4 hours. You got this, Volty. Soon. I promise. Important question for grilled cheese time. Tomato soup or no? Considering the only place that I really like tomato is with like spaghetti sauce or like in a sandwich. No, thank you. I'm not a fan of tomato soup. What's the other thing that tomato-ish that I don't like or don't really like? There was something else. Oh, tomato juice. So just like some people like to do macaroni with just tomato juice. I don't like that. And then tomato soup, I've never been a fan of. I tend to prefer either chicken soup or creamy soups, usually. Personally. Yes, tomato soup, tomato and basil. Ooh. Well, so long as you like it. More soup for Volty. That's what that means. What happens in 4 hours? Are you free from work then? I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking. Glad you're doing good. And yeah, Volty is free from work in 4 hours. You like tomato and basil? Fair enough. Fair enough. If they wanted to fight, they would have to go through me. That sounds rather dangerous. 'Twas. Wouldn't have stopped for them. What? You're the size of a stick. You think you could stop 2 angry wolves? Well... Anyway... I used the opportunity to figure out what was going on. And that's how I found out about Mr. Dragon and Carolyn and the miscommunication. Feud. The feud, sure. Turns out that after Mr. Dragon was turned, he was too ashamed to admit it. But he couldn't stop the changes and ended up hurting all the people he cared about. You put basil in your pasta too? Ooh. What about lobster soup is a thing? No. I'm not a big fan of seafood. How is it that you're finding like the few little things, Apple, that I don't personally like all that much? Like, I'm not a difficult person. There's very few things that I don't like, and you're just randomly stumbling upon them. It's not that I don't like lobster, I suppose, but I wouldn't go out of my way to get it either. Same thing for crab or seafood in general. Because you're not a bad person. It just so happens you're really hitting on the few things that I don't like, which is kind of funny. Or don't like as much, I should say. I can still have them, I'd still survive. But it's just not something that I like as much, which is kind of funny. Turtle soup? What do you mean turtle soup? I already read that. That's no excuse, of course. No, it ain't. If we had known, we'd have helped him best we could. At the very least, would have built a sturdy shed with scratch-roof walls for full moons. He didn't think that would have happened, though. So he decided to fix the problem by leaving, deal with it alone, and so on. No, I've never had turtle soup. But that only made it worse. Of course, he was too embarrassed to come back, so he just focused on the whole werewolf thing and not any human things, or Fukaken things, so to speak. Trying to find a cure, trying to avoid the moon, trying to find a place to sleep, stealing sheep. That's something they have in common. The sheep? No, the stubbornness, and the unwillingness to ask for help. But the sheep too. Would you eat a turtle of soup? Oh my god. I mean, I'd try it. Like, I'm not against trying things, new things. Find herbs we can get tacos. Sounds good. Tacos are good. I like tacos. But they had to talk about it. That silent resentment wasn't good for either of them. And you got them to do that? The little stick is oddly persuasive. He had us talking about it before I even realized I didn't want to. Maybe because you did want to? No, tacos. Tacos equals... Oh, why does tacos equal bad? Maybe. How did it go? Fine, we'll take some time to accept his apology. We'll take some time. We'll have to see him change first and apologize to Uncle Fitter and the rest. But it was good to see him again. Guess a hug did feel better than a great sword in his gut. Wonderful! Of course, there's still the problem with the whole werewolf thing. Idiot got so obsessed with the clothes he can barely control himself. We helped him realize that even a cure couldn't change what he'd done. That he has to accept he's different now and learn how to live again. Of course, it won't be easy. No change ever is. I learned that from you. But we have a group of werewolves living near our settlement. A small community that enjoys the company of our warm trees. We play charades with them a lot, and they taught me about the phases of the 7 moons and the secrets of the moon signs. That sounds like a bunch of... beep. We weren't talking about Taco Bell, though. With Volti, we can get Bria Taco's pride, but Taco Bell is good. Taco Bell is crap. We have it here, and it was money well wasted. Birria tacos. Yeah, see, I've had Taco Bell once, because we only have the one Taco Bell here. And it so happens to be in the same restaurant or same location as a KFC. So it's like a KFC Taco Bell combination. And personally, I prefer KFC. So if I do ever go there, I usually get the KFC instead of the Taco Bell. If we're eating tacos, I usually make them at home. You'll take KFC? Yeah, same. The one thing I find about KFC is that their gravy's not the same, unfortunately, as when I was a kid. It's not as good, but KFC's good. KFC mash with gravy, right? Sorry, Apple. That sounds like a bunch of beep. It's real. You're a crescent moose. We introduced Mr. Dragon to them, and they promised they would take him in and help him deal with his lycanthropy. That sounds great. It is. It's a happy ending. I wouldn't call it an ending, rather the beginning of something new. So the end of one adventure is just the beginning of another one? Exactly. I like that. So, after your heroic therapy session, you two decided to grab a drink together? Got offered to spend the day at the settlement, but they don't serve anything strong enough for my tastes. Plus, Elfie was dying to get back here. I was talking about how they need to update you on everything non-stop. Would they live here or something? Would think they live here or something. Sorry. I had to report back about the quest. I'm glad you did. It's okay, we're allowed to make to like different things, I'll just eat your tacos instead. I mean, if it's homemade tacos, I'll eat them with you. They also started crafting something with the werewolves. Said something about it being for you and keep. Oh, really? Yeah. It's not finished yet, but I'll let you know. I promise. That wasn't that hard, was it? Well... If it's Taco Bell, you're on your own bub, right? Like, I'll eat it, but it's definitely not my favorite. I prefer homemade tacos. So, a drink? What can I offer you, Kaylin? Surprise me with something that fits my brawn. By which, I mean, make me the usual. Strength never gets old. Alright, strength. Which is, I think, is this one. Southern Brawler. Why are you happy about text-to-speech? 1, 2, 3. You said brawn, I heard Oh! Not the text-to-speech, you mean the closed captionings. Which I suppose is a form of text-to-speech, I suppose. You're right. Yes, I definitely talked about the bra I'm wearing right now. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's fine. Alright, Southern Brawler for the lady. Thank you, Ondu. Surprise! Not bad. You should do this professionally. I'll think about it. Fable, what about you? Do you have something that'll calm me down? Maybe even bring some of my agility back? Like a swift strike back to my senses? I've had a stressful day, night, morning, sequence of events. Alright, you want your usual swift strike, which was 1, 2, 3. What are you yelling about? And then intelligence 1, and then defense 1. Swift strike. Shake pineapples? What? I'm confused. Why? Alright, swift strike. Thank you, Ondu, again. Here you go, buddy. Here you go. Thank you. Wow, this is perfect. You look tired. Have you considered sleep? They do look like they're going to pass out any second. I do love that Kierlin's also using they for Fable. So do you. Maybe sleep is a good idea. Carolyn, do you have a place to sleep? I can sleep anywhere. It's a talent. It's depressing. I have a room available. You can stay here. Sounds good. How much? I'll count it as payment for your help with the quest. Fine. Later, Elfie. Sorry, it's push by it. Shake the trees. You're just confusing me more and more, Volty. You're just confusing me more and more. See you later. Are you heading home, Fable? Yes, I've been gone for a whole day. I need to get back and make sure everything is still growing correctly. Maybe take a nap first? Yes, that too. Grind coffee? Pineapple coffee? Sure. Did you enjoy your first quest? I did. It was scary and different from what I expected. And I didn't know I was so good at pretending to be charming. Confuse me infinitely. Why would you do that? Have you considered that you weren't pretending? You did well, Fable. Thank you. Hope that wasn't my only adventure. I think this is just the beginning. That would be nice. Do you think I'm going to save the world one day? That's a very tall order. You're right. I'm not cut out for that. I didn't say that. I would just prefer it if the world didn't end. Right. But if it does, you're the first person to ask for help. Maybe you should ask Carolyn first, but I'd be happy to be second. We'll see. Let's hope we won't. I like this world, and you have a point. We shouldn't hope for such a calamity. Even if it would make for a good song. Or a sad one. Agadu Black Lace? What? Confused even more? Also, I realized that 34 minutes ago when Metal Kid raided, I forgot to introduce myself to everyone. Whoops! Or both. I'm going to head home now. Do that. I'll stock up on quests for you. I can't wait. See you soon. See you soon. Oh, it's a song. Can you send it to me on Discord? Because otherwise I will forget. Good evening to you too. Quest day? Ooh, do you want a quest? This quest, it wasn't here yesterday. That is correct. It seems dangerous. I'm gonna take a guess that they took the, getting the cape back. If I were to take a guess. It is. And mysterious. Sure. Like me. You could be a little less mysterious by telling me your name. Zephyr. Did the wind carry you in? No. Ads? No, my legs. I want that quest. Well, you can have it. Not just literally, physically, emotionally. Emotionally? I want to take on that quest. Go to the castle to get the cape. I figured that it was that one. I mean... Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, no one has gone to the castle yet, so if someone would like to go, they would be welcome to. So you know of the castle? Yes. It seems strange. It is. A vampire lives there. I heard rumors, whisperings, of a strange, fiendish woman residing there. What a coincidence. Me too. Has she ever frequented your tavern? No, not recently. But she has. Once had a vampire mixer. Interesting. So she was only here at night? Yes. Would you say she was unnaturally pale? No, she had a lot of makeup on. But below that mask? Sure, yes. Would guess she looks pretty dead below that. What kind of drink did she order? Blood. Interest. You sell blood? Of course. Whose blood? Did you hear about wolves avoiding the castle? Really? All of them? Yes. She has a lot of werewolves traps set up, but all the animals seem to steer clear of Marrow Castle. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside or leave. And anything that tries merges into her land in one way or another. As a grave, a pile of decorative bones, dirt feeding rotten flowers. They say death clings to her doorstep like an everlasting melody. Sounds like a strange place. Like a tomb for something alive. Or for a goth. goth or vampire, she seems to be a thief. It appears so. Do you not sympathize with that? Thievery is an honorable skill, but it must be performed in secret. Or you're not worth the coins you pocket. Also, stealing a man's cape is just plain rude. I suppose. Only thing worse than that is stealing a man's hat. Not if it's cursed. Especially then. Point is, if you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed, you must live with the consequences. The consequences being you? Exactly. It definitely sounds like you know what you're doing. Of course I do. I'm one with the shadows and the wind, gone before they even notice I'm there. So you could easily swipe something else along with the cape, right? Certainly. Gold, gemstones, other treasures, whatever pays the bills. What about some interior decorations? Like what, for example? Just something to pretty up my tavern a little bit. Oh my lord. Maybe something useful that also doubles as a decoration? Like a chair? Stealing a whole chair sounds a little ambitious for your first quest with me. I'd prefer something smaller, like a little trinket. My walls are still a bit empty. Wait, you're being serious? Absolutely. A memento that once belonged to an eccentric vampire sounds like a wonderful addition to the tavern. I'll see what I can do. You won't be disappointed. Well then, I trust you deliver yourself to her doorstep and the cape back to me. Along with a neat little addition to my interior design. Sounds like I'll need a few stamps. Would you like some? No, too traceable. How about a drink then? I could do with one of those. I've heard your drinks inspire a transformation of great magnitude. Allow you to dip into parts of yourself that you weren't previously aware of. Raise yourself up from your shadow. Say, what do you trade them for? Secrets. Secrets? I have many. Grant me one. I shall. I know this may come as a shock to you, but I was here before, just yesterday. You may not remember because you barely noticed me in the shadows. I was so stealthy I spent hours just watching you from afar. Okay, that's creepy, first off. That is definitely a secret. You cleaned a lot of glasses, served everyone with a smile. You looked so worried about after the adorable green one left. Like you thought they might trip straight into a monster's maw. And you're swift with your hands and fast with the knife. Alright, enough secrets. You may have one of my renowned drinks. And some of my renowned infusions. In fact, I just got a fresh shipment today. Was finally able to unpack them. Infusions? Intriguing. What vile magic do you have to offer? For your purpose, I think you could benefit from either some fey crystals or a frozen pine cone. The frozen pine cones have absorbed some of the nature's icy properties. They can help you form a magical frost barrier that will hurt those trying to harm you. The fey crystals hail from Avalon, allegedly. If consumed, they'll turn you invisible, eventually and for a bit. The duration is a bit unpredictable. I also got some phoenix chilies, but I don't think those would be very useful for your situation. Interesting. So, what dark depths of yourself are you looking to explore? I fear that Lady Evelyn may be of the undead nature. So I must be strong and vigorous if I want my stake in her heart before her fangs are near my neck. Though that does sound appealing. Your secrets are safe with me. Are they, though, Apple? Are they? Strength I can do. And some frost armor should help with the fangs. Or perhaps the smarter route would be to evade her wrath entirely. To house stealth her and steal the cape from right under her pale nose, so that she may lie in the shame of having lost against me. I think such an approach would require a certain amount of dexterity, and some invisibility could help with staying unseen, should my strength and agility not be enough. Help me with the decision and keep your wisdom is no secret, is it? Now that I have some access to infusions, I have to be careful how they interact with the other ingredients. They might alter the drink in a way where I have to use different ingredients than usual. I should make sure to keep an eye on the coaster shape so that I mix the correct recipe. Maybe I should even try adding an infusion first and adjusting the drink from there. Let's give it a try. From what I heard from Miss Keys, yes. Ooh. Alright, so if we want to be stealthy, because I feel like that's probably the best bet here. So we'll go with this recipe, Swift Strike. And then Zephyr. Kin, Air Echo, age 25, he, they, rogue. Background, Themis, chaotic good, and arcana, the moon. Alright, so this gives fire resistance. So the fire resistance will be good against the Chimera, I'm assuming, because it's a Wyvern Chimera. Wait, do Wyverns usually spit fire? I don't even know. Alright. Fey Crystal. They help intelligence and swiftness, but reduce attack. Okay, so the infusions do seem to reduce some of the things. Alright, so I want the Fey Crystal then? Yeah, invisibility. So I want this. There you go. So this already brought this and this to a 1. So, I want to bring this to a 3. 2. We want bring this up to a 1. Oh, okay. So, I still need to reach the where everything needs to be, even if it means less liquid, so long as I reach where I need to go. That's what I need to do. Okay, cool. Some spice to the table. Add an infusion to a mix drink of your choice. Here you go, a drink that all vampires will fear. Garlic breath. Not quite, but that's a good name. May I steal it? You don't ask for permission before you steal something and keep. Then it's no longer a clever ruse, but a mere trade. I see. Did you hear about my new drink, the garlic breath? Good one. It tastes like, not garlic, but just as fearsome to a vampire. You don't find garlic scary? No, only the absence of it. That makes 2 of us. Hopefully this will help me evade her. I'm not prepared for a fight, but I won't need one if my steps are as swift and quiet as the wind. And if she can't see me, goodbye, innkeep. I would say pray that the sun will carry me back to you. But my hopes do not lie with the realm keepers, and I shall be damned if they control my fate. Expect to see me again after the next sunfall. If you do not, speak of vengeance. Vengeance makes for an early grave, or for a good story. Farewell. Zephyr is a difficult character, to say the least. They're so caught up in their own fantasies of an edgy rogue that they seem to be stuck talking, or brooding, like one too. He pretends he likes all things dangerous and mysterious, or at least he pretends he does. Are we going to be meeting that many characters? Because it's saying one. I can't click next right now, but it seems like we're going to be meeting quite a cast of characters compared to like Tavern Talk. Although Tavern Talk you did meet quite a few characters, but I feel like it was like this amount limited. Farewell. Or for a bitter end. Oh, hi again, Kierlin. Are you also taking a quest? I'm taking this quest and a drink. Great. Did you sleep well? What? Sleep? How was it? Fine. Too long. Didn't sleep that much in ages. Sounds like you needed it. No, your beds are just too comfortable. It was hard to get up. You know what? Fair. Of course, my apologies. I'll make sure to take your feedback into consideration. Would you like a drink as compensation? I think I already said that. Make me something strong that will wake me up and keep me up too. What quest was that? Anyway, she wants something strong. Oh, it's the Chimera quest. So I should probably give her some fire resistance. Just in case, actually. So that already brought it to that. Oh, I have the recipe right here. So I need one charm. And then 2 more of these. Southern Brawler. Something strong coming right up. That is strong. Just the right amount of too much. Maybe I should call this drink the Kierlin? No, you shouldn't. Anyway, the quest? Yes, the quest. I'm taking it. So you said. I see it is my turn to make conversation. I miss Fable. No, you did not. Or we did not. Isn't it a bit too soon for another quest? You just returned. It has been hours since I've done anything but sleep, chat, and drink. I'm getting antsy. If I sit still for too long, it feels like my bones are disintegrating and I forget who I am. I think that's called boredom. It's torture. That too. Well, boring is not what I would call this quest in the slightest. Stealing from a chimera for a vampire's sunscreen? Couldn't get more reckless than that. It could by taking Elfie along. Fair point. Please don't. I won't. So the salve is for a vampire? A vampire sunscreen. Can't a vampire get their chimera goo themselves? It's a wyvern chimera. Vampires and fire don't mix too well. Okay, so I was right to actually give the... Ooh, this means I'm going to have to remember what quests are on the board. And maybe assume which quests they take, like I did here. That might not be... I don't have a memory, especially considering we'll be playing this like once every 2 weeks. I might not remember shit. That's not good. Also, if everyone just did their own quest, the quest economy would be in shambles. Suppose that'd be terrible for your business. Indeed. Does it bother you that it's for a vampire? No. Does it make you nervous? No. You did mention that you like fangs. Did I mention that I have a greatsword 3 times the size of your head? I'm sure a vampire would find that impressive. Have you ever encountered a chimera before? No, not a real one. Got me thinking, ain't it kinda blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian? Depends. Are you religious? Guess not. Then no. Would it be if I was? Don't think so. Chimeras steal riches all the time, and they were created to be guardians by the protectors of the realms. So, stealing something to protect someone else seems in line with the doctrine. Good thing you ain't a priest. You'd do a piss-poor job. Thank you. Is blasphemy what you're most worried about? I ain't worried. Okay, nervous. Ain't that either. Then what is it? Excitement, I suppose. Excitement? Bum, bum, bum. Alright, give me a moment. Just gonna go block raids. Because I guess we'll end soon. Ish. Don't laugh. I'm not laughing, I'm asking. Yes, excitement. I've never encountered a guardian before, and I've always sort of wanted to. Why haven't you? Ain't exactly easy to find one, or to survive one. This seems like a great opportunity for you, then. It is. What's it... Excuse me. What's it about guardians? It's less about the guardians and more about what created it. And maybe a little about the chimera. It's not a dragon's head, right? It's got a dragon's head, right? Yes, modeled after its creator, I would guess. So, let me rephrase that. What is it about dragons and chimeras with dragons' heads? They're cool. Also, when I was little, my Baba used to tell me bedtime stories about the dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encountered many of their creations on her journeys. Not sure if it's true, but she always claimed she met each of the realm keepers themselves. Had little keepsakes from them all and all. My sword's one of those. Passed it on to me before she... left. One day she was just gone. Think she wanted to spend her last moments somewhere else. Like to think she visited one of her dragons one last time? Oh, like to think, sorry. Rumor. Carolyn's grand greatsword once belonged to her grandmother. Allegedly, it's a gift from the dragons themselves. Very impressive, if true. I don't think that goes with anything else we have. Nope, don't think so. Your family has a leaving problem. Ouch, but true. At least she left her savings alone. That sword and her stories are all I have left of her. Going on this quest, it almost feels like I'm stepping into a memory of hers. Did she ever tell you about a wyvern chimera? No, was the only kind she never encountered. Had quarrels with those feline ones, different varieties of scales, even a cow one, I think, but never found a wyvern one in all of her years. It would have been nice to be able to tell her the story when I return. If I return. I'm sure you will. You can tell the story to me. I don't know if I make for a good baba, but I do enjoy a good tale. I'll think about it. You already got me talking too much. This is you talking too much? So, you like dragons? I do. They're fascinating creatures, very interesting, very magical. They are fascinating and magical. Used to pretend I was one when I was little. Really wanted their magic and their wings. I mean, who wouldn't want to fly? You can just ask them for their magic. Not sure about their wings. I ain't a priest either. Besides, I'm a warrior. Don't do all that magic. Why not? I like my sword and my muscles. They're a good combo. And I don't need to rely on anyone. Not even dragons. A little help never hurt anybody. A little self-reliant don't either. If you say so. Does that mean you don't want a drink to pep you up, Carolyn? Didn't say that. I see. That doesn't count as help? It's prepayment for me taking on your quest. Sure. You'll be happy to hear that I have some incredible infusion software that could greatly help with your quest. No, that sounds unnecessarily complicated. Let's keep it simple. Alright, what can I get you then? I reckon a little bit of a boost for this body couldn't hurt. Heard they're quick and toothy, so I'll need to be hardy for its bite. Some defense might come in handy. Or something for the brain. Baba talked quite a lot about how much they enjoy a good ruse. Maybe I can outsmart it with the right play? But I need some intelligence for that. I won't be risking it at all on a bad idea. Are you sure you don't want any infusions? Just a little bit of phoenix chili would make you fire resistant. That could be very useful in a fight. Okay, so I didn't need to make the quest drink yet, I guess. Dragons, you're stubborn. Sure, I'll try one. And on the topic of trickery, no, one is enough. Either you mix defense with your weird chilies, or you go heavy on intelligence. Don't need any more of your fancy tricks. I don't care which one you pick. That's your job. Figure it out. Alright. So something with defense? That's different from what she usually asks for. Or I guess she said intelligence too. Let's go with the Frosted Lagoon. And then the chilies. I think the chilies were the fire resistance, is what it said. Okay. Excuse me. Alright, and one of these. And then two of these. Frosted Lagoon. Figured it out. Thanks. Feeling tougher already, and dangerously close to catching fire myself. Think I could almost take on a dragon like this. Let's stay grounded. How urgent is the sunscreen? Pretty urgent. The sun tends to not take a break, even for vampires. Maybe you should sunbathe less then. That might solve his problems. Might. But when has an easy solution ever been fun? Good point. I'll see what I can do. Maybe they got some mice in that mangrove. Good luck. Won't be needing it. I'll be waiting to hear of your exploits upon your return. Bye. Be safe. Another end of day then? Cool. Alright, and I think this is where we're gonna stop for the evening. So we're gonna do that.
Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing and commenting down below.